afternoon and welcome to a game for the Dota 2 GosuLeague Division 3 Preliminaries. So this is game number 1 of round number 1 for GosuLeague Division 3, that's right. There will be a Division 3 for the next season of the GosuLeague. And we're gonna see which one of the teams is gonna make it into that Division 3, because this is the qualifiers for it. And we're gonna follow JACKPOT for now. JACKPOT, who is on the Dire side, with Meow on the Radiant side. And actually notice now that neither of these teams have their team profiles activated, so I will inform Meow is there, and I can just add it to, there we go, so that you can see it, who is on which side, because that's important. So we're gonna see these two teams. It's a best out of one, so one of these two teams will make it through the next round, and we'll be following that team around to see if they can make it to the round 3. There is going to be 3 rounds in total. The winner of the 3rd round will get a spot in GosuLeague Division 3. This is the GosuLeague Qualifiers Division 3 number 6. So there will be 2 more after this one, if I'm correct. And yeah. That is what we're gonna do. So we are already in the draft, as you can see. We have a Darkseer and a Lycan band out as well, so Nature's Prophet and a CK. And in case you haven't noticed, I haven't casted for a while now, because there's not that much games going on. And I just have to type something. Yeah, there's not that much to cast. That's what happens when there's an international. All the big teams are focusing on the international, so they're like, I mean, yesterday there were of course matches from Beyond the Summit World Tour, which were good matches actually. If you haven't seen those, you should watch the replays. But there's not that much. Everybody's just waiting for the international, and that's what we're doing too. But in the meantime, you still want to see some Dota, right? So that's why I'm casting this match, because I have not casted for a while, and you know, I won't be casting at the international either. So I just want to cast something, and here we are, GosuLeague Division 3 Preliminaries. That's why I'm here. We're gonna see. This is actually kind of nice, because you know, this might be the next MTW, or the, you know. So to speak, like, these teams are at their prime, so they only started recently for most of them. It doesn't go for all, but they're aiming to get better. That's why you join a league. That's why you want to join the GosuLeague, and who knows what these teams will grow out to be. I mean, we already see some people that we are familiar with. I mean, we saw EDE also in games last week for the. Am I saying this correctly? For the World Cyber Games? Not 100% sure, but we are familiar with some of the people, and the team names also not all familiar, especially JACKPOT. They were in the last 2 qualifiers as well. We casted. Well, if you were here last week, same around this time, we casted. We saw 2 JACKPOT matches. I should really focus on the draft though. There have been going on, and they are not wasting any time. So Night and Siren band, Broodmother band, we have an Invoker, Morphling, Leshrac, Enigma, Rubik, and Windrunner picked up. So for the Dire team, which is on the top side nowadays, you can see that they already have an Invoker and Leshrac. That combination is, if they get another stun, is very powerful, because then you can have a solid stun, like maybe a Sand King if it gets picked up still. Leshrac stun to following up, Sunstrike to follow it up, and then a Morphling to secure your late game. So you can have very strong lanes, you have strong late game, so already looking good there. What they are missing is still something to go with Leshrac, I think, and something to go with the Morphling. Depends on if they want to have something in the jungle or not. Because of course Leshrac and Morphling, in theory, they could all solo lane as well, but I think the Sand King would be a good option for them to go for. For the Radiant side, on the bottom side, we see the Enigma, the Rubik, and the Windrunner. Normally you see the Enigma and the Rubik not on the same team, purely because Rubik is that counter to Enigma, but it is a great hero nonetheless. We have seen Rubik dominating fights, and and I don't mean that in the carry sense, because of course carries are dominating, they get the last hit, but Rubik is such a hero that makes for big plays. I mean, he can turn any fight around just by stealing that one spell that is just so so important. I mean, if you have, I'm gonna say it again, if you have not seen the match between MTW and Copenhagen Wolves in the best out of 3 for the games for the C's, for the Samsung European Encounter that was played on Saturday, game number 2, you should definitely watch that. That is a game where Rubik played such a key role, but he was support, but he played such a key role that he was just, is just very strong, and I do think we'll see him back at the International a lot as well. So they have a Windrunner as well, so solo lane for them. Potentially, again, these 3 heroes are all potentially solo laners, so they have a lot of options. They could even send the Enigma in the jungle, Windrunner solo, Rubik solo. In theory, they could do everything with their lanes, and that's very hard to predict for JACKPOT. Very hard to predict where they want to go. We have a Brewmaster, a Tidehunter, and a Lone Druid banned out as well, so we have a lot of tanky heroes being banned out. I still think that a Sand King would be a good one to be banning out here, because, well, as you can imagine, a Sand King, like I said, would be a good option, or anything with a solid stun would be a good option to go with the Dire team. Or, having said that, everything with the solid disable. Aurora would be a good combination as well, even though you have to wait until he's level 6. So, two lanes banned out, 2 solo lanes banned out from the Radiant side for the Dire, so they are expecting that there's still gonna be a solo lane for them, possibly together with a support. I'm not sure, because they have all their options open. You don't know if Leshrac is gonna be support. You don't know if he's gonna be solo. It's just you have no idea. But let's see what they're gonna go for. Are they gonna go for that Sand King, or are they gonna have? Well, they have to give something away from the lane up, and maybe some team fight wouldn't be a bad idea anyway. I mean, you can get that with an Earthshake as well as with the Sand King, but you already have the Enigma on the opponent's side, so the black hole is already there. But then again, you can't really pick heroes that have too great of ultimates, because Rubik does have the chance to steal it. And yeah, the heroes that they banned out were both the Brewmaster and the Tidehunter, both teamfight oriented heroes. Also, of course, decent in their laning stage. I mean, hard to kill, and they just don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with more teamfight than they already have to. But they're ticking into their bonus time now. 50 seconds left, so still plenty of times. And just for the people just tuning in, this is GosuLeague Division 3 Preliminaries. So this is like a qualifier for GosuLeague Division 3 that will start after the International 2, and with Division 3 I mean like Season 3, that's also, because in Season 3 we'll have a Division 1, 2 and 3, unlike the only 1 and 2 that we had in the previous one, so definitely a lot of Dota to go around then. So Queen of Pain picked up here for JACKPOT. I have to say that gives away a bit more. Now we know that Leshrac is gonna be a support. Most likely. I will still say that. Most likely he's gonna be a support. Queen of Pain is a solid solo lane, could go mid, could go side lane. Basically do anything. With Leshrac in the jungle, it could be a dual lane with a Morphling there as well. In that case, they only need a jungle hero. If they're expecting that Enigma to go into the jungle, then they could still pick up something like an Enchantress and a Chen that are still in the pool, which is not really normal to see them still in the pool. Anyway, never mind. So I said earlier that with the Sand King and Leshrac you have like a solid stun, but Leshrac's disruption, Shadow Demon's disruption does the same. You can just disrupt the target, Leshrac stun to follow it up, Sunstrike to follow it up, and if there's also a Soul Catcher on that target is as good as dead. And if we look at the Radiant team, and we see like anti-ganks, there's heroes that are anti-ganks, and Earthshaker would be an anti-ganker, for example, but that's not what they miss. They miss their carry. They have to be up versus a Morphling, and that's not something that you want to do. Well, they have team fight, they have lane control, but right now, I mean, for early aggression, you already have, on the Dire team, you already have the Queen of Pain, you have the Leshrac Invoker Shadow Demon combination that's gonna be a tricky one to deal with. And on the Dire side, sorry, on the Radiant side, wow, this is gonna be confusing, isn't it? I mean, you have your black holes at level 6, your Rubik at level 6 that can steal stuff, Winter that can hold their lane, but not really heroes that you'll expect like, okay, you know what, at level 6 I'll go really aggressive and try to, you know, get that team advantage. Of course, the Viper got picked up, which is a hero that does exactly that, or that can do exactly that, I should say, because it's not a given. He can definitely be a hero that at level 6, when he's got his Viper Strike, he will be able to go around the map and get kills. If it's gonna do that, that's a different point. It will probably depend on how the lanes go, to be fair. It will probably depend on how far they think they are ahead or behind on the Morphlings farm. But we'll see. We'll see how they're gonna play this out. I'm just gonna go over Meow. That's the Radiant team. Oh wait, I just have to notice that I did not. There. Now you see which one is who. So Meow is on the Radiant side, where we have the Enigma played by Ice, and we have a pause so we can go over the picks in peace. Enigma played by Ice. He's probably gonna, he's probably gonna deny a creep. What's this? Yeah, deny a creep, and then move to the jungle. We see Rubik. He's gonna go solo mid. He is being played by something that I can't read. Let's just squares. We can call him Square. Maybe this gives us more. Push! Well, I don't know why that doesn't say that, but that's push. And on the top lane we saw the Windrunner being played by Akuma. We see the dual lane going towards the bottom with IRQ'd on the Crystal Maiden and Alive on the Viper, who will be going for dual lane. A pretty strong dual lane. I mean, Viper with his poison attack, he can harass fairly well, and then Crystal Maiden with her nuke. They have to be really careful not to get caught out there, but then again, it's gonna be a Morphling. He has an escape mechanism. It's gonna be a Shadow Demon with the disruption ready, so if something does get initiated on, he can just disrupt the target, and you know, who cares about poison or anything, he'll be safe for now. Alive is bugged. Go for fast remake. Okay, so then we're gonna have remake, and we will be able to continue afterwards with to see who is playing the rest for the team for Jackpot. So be right back as we're waiting for. We're just gonna go for a quick remake. So be right back. Stay tuned. A game of Dota 2 coming up very, very shortly. And there we are. I figured I might as well show you this one because, you know, we're just waiting for the teams to join in, so we can start this this lineup. I'm actually in doubt if they are gonna have a tri lane up on the dire side with their Shadow Demon and the Morphling, and if the Shrek is gonna be there too, and then just leave which other heroes were there? Yeah, leave the Queen of Pain and the Invoker for solo, because they definitely can solo, and then you'll have a very dangerous tri lane. Because just imagine with a V form as well, and you just imagine a disruption, stun from the Shrek, Soul Catcher on there, and V form through Morphling, guaranteed getting the kill with that, and that is just gonna be very deadly. And of course Viper and Crystal Maiden will be okay-ish, should be okay-ish. But they should only be okay if they continue pulling, if they keep their lane in their court, so they can hide behind the tower and hope there's not going to be a dive, because they don't really have an anti-gank. They don't really have a disruption, nor not a Fisher either, not a Nightmare, not a disable that you can really rely on. I mean, of course Frostbite is there, but you know, it doesn't block spells. There will still be a disruption if there's a Frostbite. There will still be a stun from the Shrek if there's a Frostbite. But then again, one thing that we noticed last... Oh, sorry if you heard that very loud. I just bumped my microphone. Oh well. One thing that we noticed last week was mostly... I mean, it wasn't really the picks that made the games. It was really the play. It was... Are these teams able to team play properly? Are they able to position themselves properly for team fights, making the right decisions? I mean, yes, the drafting phase is very, very important, but at some point, I mean, team fight is just as important. And for starting teams, for teams that have not perhaps played that long together, it is mostly important to get that right. If you have that right, then it doesn't really matter what picks you have. Or, otherwise said, if you have that right, and you're outpicked, for example, and you have your team fight sorted, but your opponents don't, then you'll be having that sorted. Doesn't matter for the picks. Then you'll be able to beat the team that outpicked you anyway. In theory, mark my words. In theory. Dota crash. Be right back. Go. Yes. I don't know. Sorry, drinking some because I'm thirsty. There we go. I do like this new loading screen. I think it's gonna be going back to normal after the international's over. I hope it is, because I did like that. But this is nice too. So loading in, this is an old pick phase because we just did the draft already, as you know, probably. But we're waiting for people to load in, and then we can go, and then we can see how the lanes are gonna work out, because that's something I'm really curious about. Oh yeah. Hey, that's cool. They changed something around. I'm happy with that. Used to have the buyback status that was the S, but the S was bugged. So they changed that to the I. Which is cool. Or maybe I changed that. But then when I did change that, it was bugged, so it still had the S. So I will never know. Anyway, as you can see, at the top, actually, we're just waiting for one more person to pick up their heroes, and then we can go. So I'm expecting an Invoker versus a Rubik mid lane. I'm expecting a... well, I'm not sure if Queen of Pain is gonna go solo. Queen of Pain versus the Windrunner is a fairly even lineup, I should say, though. I mean, Windrunner and Blink. Harass is there from both sides. Maybe Queen of Pain's harass is a bit more secure. Oh, sorry, I still have that one on. But yeah, we'll see. In theory, it's quite even. So it's really coming down to who's denying more and who's doing better in the lane, to be fair. So okay, we already went over the Radiant side, but I'm just going to go over them quick again so that we just reminded who's playing what. We see IRQ'd on Crystal Main with Alive on the Viper, both going towards the bottom lane. We're going to see Ice denying some creeps on the top lane and then moving towards the jungle with his Enigma. Windrunner will be played with by Akuma on the top lane solo, with Rubik played by Push on the middle lane, and he will be facing up against the Invoker, indeed, being played by Luck, stand-in for JACKPOT. There's actually two stand-ins for JACKPOT right now, and we have indeed got a tri-lane. So we've got Shadow Demon being played by Samak, and he's gonna be on a tri-lane together with Leshrac, played by Ed, and Sky on the Morphling. And yeah, that's gonna be the lineup. So like I said, I already discussed the dangers of these two players right here that they're on versus this lineup, and you know, you will remember me saying, like, it will be fine if they keep pulling and keep the lane into their court. Well, that's gonna be very tough because there is already wards there. And did Crystal Maiden pick up counter wards? No, she did not. So it will be a very dangerous lane for them. On the top lane, we have indeed the Queen of Pain, played by Orion. He will be up for the Windrunner, like expected. So I do think that again, in theory, I mean, I can only assume stuff and guess and stuff. If played properly, if the middle lane and top lane play properly, the first blood should occur on this bottom lane. Whether that be by overextension from JACKPOT, which might that is the danger that you're in if you have an aggressive tri lane. You want those kills, you need those kills. If you're not getting those kills, you're doing something wrong. So, you know, you want to get those kills, but if you do... Wow. Wait a second. Hello. Windrunner? You fine? Thank you. Pops a salve. But yeah, you want those kills, so that is what they are gonna try for. That is what their aim is. But the danger is overextension. I mean, we have seen it in Dota in general, time and time again. Overextension, overcommitment, and that may cost you your life. And if you then have a frostbite there, maybe just in range of the tower when they dive or something, then that's a very easy kill for Meow to make. But we'll see. We'll really see how it's gonna go if there is indeed not gonna be an extra kill on this top lane, for example, on the Windrunner, who is now well, a bit more harassed by Orion than anything else. I mean, Windrunner not getting the better of this lane. Look at that harassment going. Orion really committing that Windrun, being pot blink. Well, right click still continue though. Ward being placed there by the Radiants just to have some extra security for that Windrunner. But there also a ward for the middle lane to see the rune, and maybe if someone comes in also. Yeah, these two in theory shouldn't die either. They're not gonna go over commitment. They need their levels, and they both know that they're gonna go for the last hits. They're gonna go for the denies, and they're only gonna try to go for a kill if they really think they got it. That is gonna be their job. And Rubik picked up the regen rune on the top since he saw that rune with the ward. Power shot. Wow, this is a creep wave being pulled very back. But Queen of Pain with her blink will be fine. So you have got a tri lane versus a dual lane, which is in theory this is a very strong tri lane. I mean, we went over that. That should be clear. What it also will do, it will give Viper extra levels. And with that, I mean, he'll still get his experience. He might not get as much last hits as he would have won, but he gets levels, and he needs that level 6 to go around with his Viper Strike and kill stuff. Crystal Main will get some levels too. She's level 2 as well, and she is just, you know, this is fine. As long as you don't die, you're winning this lane, regardless if you get last hits or not. That's basically my point. For the Radiant side also, they have the advantage. I mean, okay, they're missing farm on this bottom lane, but they're getting extra from this Enigma in the jungle. I mean, that is their secret card. Oh, just checking if nothing happens. Wow, these two on the top lane are really dangerous, and it's looking more in favor of the Queen of Pain now than it is on the Windrunner. If we look at last hits also, I mean, 12 for 6 versus 6 for 0. I'm still going back towards this lane though, because I do think that this will be the most active lane, level 3 now for the Viper. And yeah, well, as long as you're not getting killed versus this tri lane, you'll be fine. That is something that JACKPOT knows, that is something that Meow knows, and that is something that JACKPOT will want to change. And you know, it's just a balance. For Meow, they really have to just hope, you know, maybe they'll try something stupid and we can take advantage of that and take the first blood. And otherwise we'll just sit here and get the levels and maybe get some last hits if they're lucky enough. 3 for 1 now on the Viper, with Morphlin being 21 for 5, so he's doing great. But for now it's okay. Until the Viper is level 6. Whoa! So top lane, still first blood. Queen of Pain, not using her ultimate for it, but did get level 6 because of that kill probably. And managed to kill off the Windrunner. Pretty close to her tower also. And okay, the harassment was way better for the Queen of Pain. We saw that earlier already, and it just kept going. This Windrunner not able to keep her lane in check. And she's of course going back towards the top lane. She's already there again. Level 4 versus level 6 now, so that is painful. That is a painful difference for a Windrunner. And right now all she can do is hope that she doesn't die again and just hold the lane back. She can't really be going there for last hits anymore. Not with the Queen of Pain, especially now that she got a bottle. And she can potentially dive a bit further with that bottle. Get extra mana, get that Sonic Wave up. But we'll see. Talking about diving, hello Rubik. Invoker in a lot of trouble here. One more right click will do the job. Rubik taking a kill back. He's been doing okay in this middle lane. 22 for 7. With the Invoker being on 15 for 9. So Rubik definitely winning the mid lane. And in the meantime, I mean, maybe Meow is not getting the last hits on the bottom lane, but I do think they're definitely winning. When they're not dying, they're winning. And we can see this. Oh, there we go. Crystal Main is gonna be the target. There's Leshrac stun as well as a Soul Catcher, and this is gonna be a lot of trouble. We Form will get the kill. No, it was actually Leshrac's Edict that got the kill. Sky tried to get the kill with the Reform, but was too slow. Leshrac's Edict picking up the kill, and that is the combination that I was expecting to happen every time, but only happened now after 2 kills were already done in the game, and that is a good thing for JACKPOT, of course, even though, I mean, they didn't get the Viper. Viper's still getting levels and stuff, so it's not that bad. It's just a Crystal Main. I can say it like that. Even though, now that it succeeded, they will probably aim for it again and maybe be a bit more bold with it, and that could also be devastating for them. Invoker picking up the rune, invisibility. Let's see if he's gonna do something with it, or if he's just gonna go back towards his lane. Do you think Pushal that they went for that he picked that up, and that it actually was an invisibility rune though? Enigma level 4. Oh, Enigma, we're gonna get found here. Here comes Rubik as well, helping out. Stun from the Shrek, hits on the Enigma, disruption to put the Rubik out of play. Fadebolt, nice shackle, power shot, gets a double kill. Akuma gets back on top of things after giving first blood. Invoker on the chase now. Invoker in a lot of trouble. There will be no Fadebolt. Who cares about Fadebolt? Triple kill. Akuma, wow. Okay, she gave away the first blood, but you know, that was definitely worth it. Double kill with 1 power shot and a kill on the Invoker afterwards. And it all started with the invisibility room from the Invoker. They were trying to find the Enigma. They found the Enigma. They got a stun up on him, but that is it. That is it. And that is a massive team fight in favor of Meow. I mean, that is just that Windrunner. I mean, she has at such a big disadvantage on this top lane. I mean, if we just look at the top lane, I mean, the last hits 11 for 0 with Queen of Pain 35 for 12 is really not doing all that well. But now she got a triple kill. Hello. That is quite well to get back into the game, so to speak. I don't know what Windrunner is gonna go for. Maybe gonna try to find someone. They didn't find the rune. It was a regen rune, but got picked up by the Shadow Demon, who took it for himself. I do have to note, though, I mean, the wards, there's still a ward in the inventory of the Shadow Demon. There's a ward here, which is recently placed, and that's the only wards up in the game, only for the Dire side. And that is something that, with the lineup for the Dire side, with Queen of Pain especially, she might be trying to look for some more kills, and with that... Oh, what's she doing? Running on a spot? It looked like she was running on the spot. Oh well. But yeah, with that map control that you get from those wars, you are able to be a bit more aggressive. Even though, of course, it didn't really work out in the previous gank they tried. The triple kill for the Windrunner. I'm still a bit surprised that she just came out of nowhere and just got a triple kill from that after having such a rough start. Ooh, ganking team on the road. We have a disruption in the Shrek stun, ready for some action. I'm not sure where they're gonna go, if they're just gonna wait here until someone comes. They can wait a long time, because I don't think these people are gonna go for anything. Rubik on this bottom lane now as well, and Enigma here as well. 4 heroes of Meow on this bottom lane. And see if they wanna continue, if they wanna try to push perhaps. Or if they're just waiting and hoping that they can get a kill on the Morphlin, but Morphlin being very safe. I mean, Rubik being spotted there as well by the ward, so he'll be fine. Enigma, if he walks past that, he'll be spotted, so that goes for every hero that walks past it. And ganking team is now on the back Windrunner. Windrunner, who is gonna get disrupted. There will be a Sunstrike, Leshrac stun, and that is gonna be a kill. Yeah. So that is part of the combination that we just saw. I mean, this combination, this duo in combination with either a Sunstrike or a Weaveform or anything is just so damn strong. Windrunner's killing spree over again, got killed off quite fast. The Shadow Demon getting some extra coin in his pocket. 4 for 4 right now, as we see the tower indeed getting pressured with Rubik as well as well, actually just Rubik extra helping out here. And what did he steal? Oh, he stole the morph. Nice ability to have, as we see Rubik's picking up that morph, just morphing everything out of agility into strength, getting that extra HP up. He's gonna hope that he can do that again in about 10 minutes or so to morph his excess strength also. I just noticed that the courier just died up on the Radiant side, so that is something that he has morphing also. It's just yeah, confusing. That is something that is worth a tower, like gold wise. It is a big step, and that is the gold that we see going towards them. I mean, it's been fairly even. I mean, some kills here, some kills there. This is Windrunner getting a triple kill, and then you know they took the courier. That's that line that you see there. 4 heroes now of the dire side on this bottom lane also. Queen of Pain actually being the one to farm here. Gonna let a Shadow Strike, gonna go for this, gets frostbitten though. It's gonna blink away disruption upon the Viper. Crystal Maiden will drop us first, and there goes the Viper as well. The Shrek doing the job. 4 heroes there. Well, I can call us 5 perhaps with the Sunstrike from the Invoker being there, even though it didn't really help out all that much. But good 2 kills, 2 versus 4. I mean, you know, it's a bit logical who's gonna get out of that one. Queen of Pain blinking away was a good call also. I mean, she might have gone aggressive, but blinking away made sure that she can continue pushing, and she just left the rest of her team to deal with the rest of the damage. And there is a phone call for Orion. Could Orion please pick up the phone? Oh, he did so. So we're waiting for him to handle his phone call. And I'm just gonna drink some water, or colored water, whatever it is. This is the experience graph. I was just curious to see how that was going. I mean, even long time, triple kill. And then it went back again. This is also because the Radiant moved around a bit. I mean, we saw at some point 4 heroes on the bottom lane for Meow. And it didn't do anything with it, and that's something that is painful. I mean, we see 4 heroes right now of JACKPOT as well, but they actually got 2 kills with that, so getting that extra, well, making it worth for people to leave their lane, basically. And we're gonna see if they're gonna continue going. Because there's a Windrunner here, there's an Enigma here that is ready for the black hole. He's almost got his mechanism complete also, if he wants that. But, you know, he has to wait for the courier. Who knows what was on the courier when he died? And I'm saying he has to wait for the courier, which is of course not true. I mean, he can just go to the base and pick up his items, but it's just not the same without a courier. It's just not the same. Invoker has got his face boots, it's got 700 gold. It's not doing bad at all. I mean, he was versus a Rubik, and he did get in a disadvantage in the mid lane. That's clear and simple, but he's trying to pick that up. He is trying to get that level 10 to get those 2 forward spirits, so he can help with the pushes and be a bit more mobile all over the map, and of course pick his farm up so that he can get a 4 staff or something like that. But he is doing okay, is considering. I mean, he died once, yeah. He's not doing that bad though. Not doing that bad at all. Let's check out the rest of the items. We see Queen of Pain got 1k gold. Is probably building towards the Lincolns, and well, if we look at what stuff that she could interrupt, things like a shackle, things like a frostbite, all kind of things that would help her hold her in place that she isn't able to blink out of. That's the stuff that she wants to block. So if I'm correct, that she's gonna go for that, which I'm expecting that she will. The Shrek, I mean, he's a support. Can't really expect too much from him. Apart from that, he already has Arcane Beats. Of course, he got 2 kills for himself, so getting some extra gold, pretty nice for him to have that already. We have got Morphling also going for Lincoln's Perseverance up for him, which makes me doubt that Queen of Pain is also going for that, but we will find out. We'll find out. Shadow Demon support. Nothing else to add there. Let's take a look at the Windrunner, because of course she got a triple kill. She had a very rough start. She's got boots of speed, 1 bladed attack. It's gonna go for a number 2 so she can get those face boots up. And she's not doing all too bad, but not doing all too great either. I mean, her last hits are still lacking some compared to the Queen of Pain. I mean, look at the Queen of Pain, really. But it's not bad at all. It's not bad. Not as bad as it would have been if she just stuck on her lane the whole time. Enigma, like we saw, we have a buckler. We have got. I'm kind of expecting him to also already have the headdress, but we'll find that out when the courier respawns. We have Rubik. He's got mana boots. He's got a bottle. He's got 600 gold. he hasn't died yet once. He's been in 4 kills, so he's been in all 4 kills that they have done so far. Quite impressive, and he has a Sunstrike now as well. Wow, that will be something. And we have a go again, and let's see if they want to go for something. No, it doesn't look like it. Or does it? Or at least the tri lane is sticking here. Maybe Queen of Pain will TP out. Oh, there we go. She's gonna go back to the top lane. Free farm there for her. She did TP out where everybody could see it though. Nice Shackle, Malefice as well, Morphling, Sunstrike, Black Hole gets interrupted. Disruption actually saves his life. We farm through and he will be fine. Nice play here. Definitely nice. Black Hole interrupted. Disruption. I mean, if we're talking about an anti-gank, Shadow Demon is an anti-gank. I mean, really, he saved Morphling's life there for sure. But of course, the Black Hole disruption, the Black Hole interruption was nice, but the disruption made it all complete. Power Shot will go through. Maybe they'll try to get a tower, or at least instead they picked up a Split Earth, which is actually a very good spell up on the Rubik, better than it is on the Leshrac, because it doesn't have that casting delay that you have on the Leshrac. And the tower looks like it is gonna go down. There we go. Enigma with his Eidolons picking up the tower money, and now he has his headdress complete, so now he will be able to buy his mechanism. So he didn't have that on the courier that is gonna be respawning in 20 seconds again. So at least they got something out of it. I mean, they used the Black Hole, they used 4 heroes, at least they got a tower. It was the second tower going down in the game, with Queen of Pain destroying the tower on the top lane right before the tower went down on the bottom lane. So like right before then, Queen of Pain already back to the base and did indeed pick up a Perseverance. So we might see 2 Lincoln Spheres in this game. But oh well. Oh well, wait a second. Well, Stun Leshrac catches 2. They want to go in. Sunstrike, we farm through, and that's Enigma dead, and that is Viper dead. Will it be Crystal Maiden dead as well? Morphling wants it and gets it. In the meantime, Windrunner able to pick up the Leshrac and is gonna try to be on the run from this one. Shackle doesn't latch and she will die. Morphling getting a double kill. Sky, 4 dead for 1. Leshrac being the sole victim of Jackpot and getting 4 kills in return. The only one that didn't die was the Rubik, and that was purely because he was not there. And they're gonna defend their tier 1 tower. They're gonna attempt to anyway. There's just 2 heroes for this though. I mean, they don't really want the tower just yet. Oh, Telekinesis, Queen of Pain getting stunned as well with the Rubik stun. Rubik stun, Splitter stun that is. And we'll be able to get away. And that is a Morphling illusion that's getting chased by creeps. Making sure that the creeps have some extra free play on the tower if they really wanted to. Windrunner phase boots complete up on her. We have Ruby building towards a 4 staff, picked up a staff of wizardry. Mechanism complete there. I'm just checking some more items. We have a Ring of Aquila, which is actually, I mean, you know, he didn't have that much farm. Because look at his last hit, he's 20 for 6. It's not really doing all too great. We knew that, but at least he was getting levels. Though if we look at levels now, he is quite far behind. He's level 6 with the Queen of Pain level 11, an Invoker level 10, and you know, Morphling level 9. So not a very not a Viper that's really working out for Meow so far. Especially not after that last fight in the bottom lane, which really made sure that next time Meow wants to go for a team fight, they will make sure that they are gonna have everybody in it. And with everybody, I basically, I mean, if we look at the lineup, oh wait a second, Enigma, oh again, nice! And that is Shadow Demon disruption to save his life. Sunstrike will hit on the Viper, but Shadow Demon will still drop. Enigma getting the last hit. Going down to Leshrac afterwards though. Queen of Pain, Sonic Waves into nothingness. Leshrac, Telekinesis, nice Shackle. Leshrac still going down though. Queen of Pain has to blink away, can blink away after she has her Frostbite over, which is now Crystal Main has a cooldown up on her Nova, so won't be able to do that just yet. And Windrunner trying to go for the chase, but there's another blink coming out there. 2 for 1. Enigma dying for Leshrac and a Shadow Demon, and once again Eid making sure that the Black Hole got interrupted. I mean, this time at least I got a kill, but oh wow. And I'm not even sure if that was, you know, it really hit the second the Black Hole was there. So it was not intended from the Leshrac to actually interrupt the black hole. It was more just to you know, to stun. Morphling killing off a tower on the bottom lane. It's a tier 2 going down. Middle tower also going down for the Dire side though. So trading a tower for a tower, and yeah, I'm just still surprised that Leshrac actually got another stun up on the black hole. I mean, yeah, he's gonna go for drums. Pretty solid item for Leshrac that is being more supported than anything else right now. I mean, he's got mana boots helping out his team as well as himself because he doesn't have that big of a mana pool otherwise, and it's pretty mana intensive hero also. And just going to go for those drums to be able to run away very fast if he needs to. And also for him and his team, it's just a supporting item that is especially useful on Leshrac, who is already a pretty quick hero to begin with. So definitely a good item indeed. We have Enigma Windrunner trying to push down on the tier 1 tower. That is gonna be a free tower, I think, unless they're gonna TP to the bottom tower because they rather defend their own tower. The Shrek's Edict tried to push down the tower a bit but didn't get it. They are on the chase. Shackle doesn't latch. Are they gonna continue chasing this? No Viper? Oh yeah, TP out will be, yeah, Viper can't do anything there. That's the thing when you're facing a Viper, I mean, he doesn't have a stun or anything. So you can just TP away when you find him, or when he finds you rather. Radiant got some extra wards up now. Or at least one ward just placed. And they're on the push once again. They don't have a black hole, but then again, even if they would have, there would be an interruption from Leshrac. And before the team fight started, I actually was gonna say, I mean, if you look at the lineup for the Dire, what can interrupt the black hole? There is a Cold Snap, there is an Adaptive Strike, there is a Split Earth. I mean, only Queen of Pain doesn't really have one, because Disruption is there too, and Disruption is even worse, because it can't only stop the black hole, but it can also, if the black hole is being done on one person, you can just disrupt that one person and he won't be affected by it. He'll be fine, and you're just black holing for nothing. So you have to have almost a guaranteed perfect black hole for the Enigma to be able to cast it properly, and to continue to cast it also. And with perfect black hole, I mean either 4-man black hole, or, better yet, use the black holes for ganks rather than anything else. And of course they tried that just now, but you know, that was a bit painful with the Leshrac stun already casted when the black hole went out. Viper getting some farm now, even though, I mean, he's got 27 last hits still. And if we compare that to the rest, I mean, Windrunner, who had a very tough time at the start, has more than that. And he doesn't have any kills. He's got he's level 8. He's died 3 times. He is just not a very happy Viper right now. Gold Graph isn't that much in favor of the Dire, but it's of course still in favor of the Dire. I mean, like, the kill difference should speak for itself there. Tower difference is actually not there because both teams have 2 towers that they lost. Might change soon. There we go. Now it changed. So all the gold difference that you see, well, it was all the kills and last hits, and that is these 2. I mean, look at them. Look at Morphling as well as the Queen of Pain. Their gold minute is just insane. Lincoln Spear completed, as we just saw that. Fate Bolt not hitting, and Ice looking for that black hole. Won't be able to get it though. 4 staff up on the Invoker. We did see him building towards that. And we have the drums complete. Let's see though. Find more items. 4 staff up on the Rubik completed. We saw him build towards that also. Windrunner, 2100 gold. Not doing too bad on the gold though. I mean, if she want, I'm expecting her to go for something like a 4 staff still. Even though, with the lineup that they're facing, going for a sheepstick might be a good option as well. Even though she has to get the farm for that, and right now she's not getting all that much farm. And there goes another tower going down. It is starting to become the 4-man pop train because Queen of Pain is just farming in the jungle. Oh, hello, Malphys, Morphling, stun up on the Enigma though. Disruption, sorry, definitely Blast going through Meteor as well. Ice already dead. Invoker taking the last hit. Morphling force staffed away from the Viper, who's trying to do something. Leshrac killing out the Crystal Main. In the meantime, Viper on the run. And is he going to be able to get out from this? I don't think he is. I don't think he is at all. There comes the Queen of Pain. There comes the shout. And there goes Viper. And that is 4 for 0. That is just... Even with the team fight capability of the Radiant side, they just can't get that good black hole off. They were caught out of position. They are gonna get a tier 2 tower for it. They already got the tier 1 just now, and that is gonna increase that gold difference. That is 3 towers down in a very short period of time in favor of Jackpot, and we're just gonna see it drop like a rock. And it's not even updated yet for the last tower that just fell, so we're gonna see a more gold advantage for them. And that is the danger that you have. I mean, right now, the lineup for Meow was built around, you know, we're facing a Morphling, so we're gonna try to be aggressive earlier on. We're gonna try to take the team fights, and we're gonna try to have Viper get levels and gank stuff. But Viper, I mean, he just did his Viper Strike on the Morphling, and he's just gonna morph into strength and stay alive. And what they're doing now is exactly what they should do. They should smoke. They should try to find kills. Try to put themselves in an advantage, because they know 5 on 5, regardless of their black hole, even if they got a perfect black hole, right now the level difference is so good, so big, sorry, that they're not gonna die during that black hole. The opponent is not gonna die during that black hole, and Morphling TP out, so that's one wasted smoke. So they have to pick off heroes one by one and then try to go for it that way. The thing that they tried to do just now on the Morphling, but then again, you're going up first the Morphling, so you can kind of expect what could happen. He is probably the most difficult target to gank, apart from the Queen of Pain, maybe because she can blink away. But you know, there's easier targets. Tower getting pressured. Here comes Queen of Pain though. Blinks away. Well, also all of a sudden sun in my screen, I don't see that much anymore. And they will take the tower for free, or unless Queen of Pain Sonic Wave hits on 2. She wants a Konami Nut. She has her Aghanim's completed. I was wondering, why would she do that if she doesn't have an Aghanim's? But she does have an Aghanim's. Telekinesis up on the Invoker. Force himself forward instantly. Now they want to continue going for this. Well, they know that they are at the advantage right now, as in number-wise. I mean, they know that they just saw Morphling on their mid lane, who is building towards the Manta style. They see Leshrac on their bottom lane. So they know there can be only max 3 people top. And there's actually only, only 2. Only Invoker, Queen of Pain. Here they are. Shackle doesn't latch. And there comes the TP in. Windrunner having some harassment from the tower. Power shot as well there. And TP was from the Shrek. But that is actually the sign for the rest to back off again. And they go back to base or towards their own towers to stop the pushings that are happening. Almost 3k gold up on the Rubik. I'm kind of wondering what he's going to go for. I think a sheep stick here would be an item that you really want to have. If you want to have it on the Rubik, I'm not sure, but I mean, just look at the lineup. You want to have that Morphling out of play. You want to be able to sheep him and continue attacking him. You want the same for the Queen of Pain. You want the same for the Leshrac. It is just very difficult. Leshrac, who picked up a mechanism, has that supporting role. More wards for the Shadow Demon. He's got his threads complete though. He should be happy with that one. Morphling able to kill off the Rubik. Solo kill. Nice job for him. Queen of Pain, Queen of Pain. Shadow Strike that was stolen by the Rubik was used, but it didn't do enough in the end. Didn't do enough in the end. Sky getting that kill. And talking about kills, Roshan is about to get killed because I don't think there's anything the Radiant team can do against this. I mean, right now their hope is to pick off a hero. One hero only. To do that though, they need some vision. They only got 1 ward up so far, and it only just got placed. And yeah, so pick up 1 hero, try to get that perfect team fight in, and then do that 2 times or 3 times. Ooh, pipe being built up on the Rubik. It's actually quite an awkward choice. I mean, you already have the null field, so it's not that needed, but having that extra, I guess that's useful. I mean, that Sonic Wave is doing a lot of damage to them, and with the level difference that is there as well, I mean, their HP is just not up to that just yet. Enigma, again, trying to find a black hole for himself. Shackle does Legend Strike through a tree. And there's a black hole, catches two, but deafening blast, and it's interrupted. We farm through, hits on 4 star from Lashrak, hits on 2, and that is 3 down. Is it gonna be 4? Windward on 4 stars, Michelle forward, might be able to stay alive here, but nope. Nope, monster kill, double kill for the Morphling and Viper. The only one alive for now until he gets killed off. Godlike Sky, and that is a triple kill. GG, well played, Cold. And that is Jackpot going to the next round of this GosuLeague Division 3 Preliminaries with a very strong performance. I mean, their lanes were just well executed. They only really lost one lane, which was the middle lane, and that is an Invoker who got his levels anyway, so it's not that big of an issue. You mostly want him for his spells anyway. And we will see who they are going to be up against. I mean, let's just check out the brackets for a second. I have the brackets somewhere. There we go. Refresh to see if their opponent is already done with their game, which it is. They are going to be up versus TFE, who just won from you only lol ones.
Radiant's middle tower is under.
So that is going to be the next game as we're waiting for the throne to explode. And then there will be that game. That will be a round 2 game. And after that game, that will be a round 3 game. That's going to be the game that will determine which one of these teams is going to be going into the GosuLeague Division 3. For now, we're going to go into round 2. And I am hoping that I will be told the password again. That would be nice, right? So we can get ourselves into that game after I show you the end screen. There we go. See if I missed something very, 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 very important. We already saw most of that, didn't we? Oh, Enigma actually was pretty close to a BKB. That would have been... Yeah, maybe that would have changed something in their previous encounter, but I don't think it would have changed that much. The level difference was just too big. I mean, highest level is Rubik level 13, lowest is Lashrak level 12 up on the Dire side, highest on the Radiant side, lowest on the Dire side. It's just... sorry, Shadow Demon level 10. Even missed that one. But yeah, that is just quite painful. Anyway, let's jump ourselves into the next round, and I will be right back. Stay tuned for another round of the GosuLeague Division 3 Preliminaries.